Hello, everybody. Welcome to our December check-in and the first ever Ultimate Hiking Channel Challenge wrap-up party. We got through 2025. It was our first year with this hiking challenge, and I had a lot of fun with it. Hopefully, you guys had a lot of fun with it. And from my perspective, it was a huge success. So, welcome to everybody that's joining via Google Meets and possibly some people joining via YouTube as well. So, definitely introduce yourself in the chat. If you're there on YouTube, we'll see your chat come up here. I can post people's comments to the screen, and we got to go through our presentation. I'm going to go through our December wrap up very quickly, and then kind of just do a wrap up of some of the numbers and things that we saw for the Ultimate Hiking Challenge for the whole year of 2025. So, thank you everybody for joining us, and we will get started. So, this is as I said, our wrap up party for 2025. So, did you sign up for the 2026 challenge? Enter that in the comments. Let us know. Comment 2026 in the comments and let us know if you already signed up. I know I see a lot of the names in the comments, and yeah, a lot of people already in. Thank you guys for signing up, being part of the hike or the Ultimate Hiking Challenge again. So yeah, thank you. Awesome, guys. Thank you for signing up. We have somebody from YouTube. Thank you for being on YouTube. A lot of people from YouTube. All right. 2026. I love it. Thank you, everybody, for signing up again. And if you are online and haven't signed up yet, you can still use the coupon code that I've sent in emails a few times to the Ultimate Hiking Challenge list. So you could save $5. That expires on Sunday. So if you're thinking about doing the 2026 challenge, make sure you sign up right away. So yeah, everybody signed up. I love it. Thank you, guys. All right, so really quick, Outside Chronicles we got outside again. If you remember, my November was a little bit low key. I was resting my knee. December wasn't crazy either, but we did get outside. We had a beautiful full moon hike and really enjoyed a really nice evening. It was a little chilly, but it was a beautiful evening. Last time I was talking about us fostering a dog named Porter. That's him in these pictures, and we've officially adopted Porter. So we foster failed. He's our new puppy. He's about 7 months old. He's went on his first hikes in December. So Porter's already joining the hiking challenge and the family outside. So he seems to love it, although his paws get a little bit cold. So we're definitely keeping him inside. If it's a little too cold, we'll just go out in the backyard and play. But he's definitely good on the trails. We love him. And we also had in December our wrap-up party for the Winter Hiking Challenge, which is a lot of fun at a place called Riverworks. We had a bunch of people show up, gave a bunch of checks away to nonprofits. It was a really fun time. And I did a wilderness first aid course for the Land Conservancy, the Western New York Land Conservancy. We packaged some people up in litters and burrito bags and did a whole bunch of cool stuff outside, which was fun for the Land Conservancy. And we had an adventure club hike last week. Perfect conditions. We had some ice on the trails, and we've since gotten a lot of snow in Western New York, at least in the southern tier. And it was a beautiful hike that was in between Christmas and New Year. So definitely getting out there. I had a great Christmas with my family. And of course, I'm right back at it. That's the stairs at Devil's Hole State Park, which is the lower Niagara. Probably the only place we can get some serious elevation in Western New York. Training with my buddies. We're going to be doing Mount Washington next weekend. So getting back at some elevation training. I'm going to be out tomorrow doing the same thing. Just hill repeats after hill repeats to get back into that mountain shape. But my knee the reason November was a little bit slow. My knee was acting up. It's feeling a lot better. It's not 100%, but it's definitely acceptable, and I'm ready to get outside a little bit more. Okay, so uh, remember that we're 1 month behind on this, but because the challenge ended, we got the top hikers for both November and December. So there's our November top 10. Great job, guys. Again, tons of miles. 123 miles in a month is just crazy. 3 people over 100 and one very, very close to 100. So that's a lot of miles. Well done. Good job. And then we step over into December. Nobody's over 100. It's a little bit colder. Conditions haven't been great. I understand that. Maybe they were waiting for the hiking challenge to start as well. But we have a friend from California in the top 3 there, Condor Paul Woodland. So thank you for joining us from California. Yeah, conditions are probably pretty good out that way for hiking. So good job, guys. Top 10s for November and December. Really well done. You guys really put in a lot of effort and a lot of miles. Good job. So, did you hike already in the new year? This is January 2nd. Did anybody get out for first day hikes or get out today with being home from work on the Friday or something like that? So, comment New Year if you already did some hikes in 2026. Hopefully you signed up for the Ultimate Hiking Challenge already and they're already counting. So yeah, there's a bunch of people that got out. Absolutely. Of course, all the people on the leaderboards. I recognize the names. They've already done their hikes. Good job, guys, for getting out. Yeah, a lot of people getting out for the New Year's. Good. I love it. All right. So we had some fun challenges in December as well. We had hike in a festive hat, and I saw some really, really fun pictures with festive hats. You did a good job. Really liked it. It was I think I did a reel with some of you guys in it, so that was fun. And some of you guys got your dogs involved. Couple of the dogs liked it a little more than the other dogs. I could see the look on the third dog's face there is definitely not happy to have those antlers on his head, but well done, guys, to get your dogs into it. Of course, you got some bonus points for that. And then some of you guys really committed, and I applaud you guys for getting out there and hiking in these outfits. You really took on the holiday spirit. I think that's Jeff Klein in the bunny suit from Christmas Story. So just a good job. Made me laugh, and I'm sure it made a whole bunch of people on the trail laugh, as well as those that were watching the feed for the hiking challenge. So really, I loved it. You guys did great. That made my day when I saw some of these pictures come up. And it was a fun challenge. So we'll definitely do that one for 2026. And the other challenge was to spot some wildlife. I know sometimes in the winter it can be pretty difficult, but some of you guys got some really, really nice pictures. Some moose, fox, heron. Really, really nice pictures. Good job getting some wildlife. There was a lot of deer, so to be expected. And then we'll just go over the results. Since we're near the end of the challenge, there's not a whole lot of finishers in December. You guys put in the effort earlier on, but we still had a fair amount, and we topped off at 266 finishers. So great job, everybody that finished it. Everybody that tried to finish it, you did an amazing job as well. I know 20 miles a month is a hard number, but this is a challenge, and a lot of you guys took it very seriously. And I knew some of you guys were discouraged if you missed a month of 20. So that's a sign that the challenge is working for a lot of people. So congratulations to finishers. I will get you your certificates probably tomorrow so look for an email for that. And then I'll get your patches out first thing next week, and we should be good. If somebody didn't receive a finisher patch, please let me know. This is just the last batch, so if you didn't get it from November, let me know. I do have some extra ones. So Kim asked how many total people signed up. I'm going to go over some numbers in just a bit. So hold tight. We'll get there. So now that was our kind of the virtual check-in for December to go over what happened in December. Now let's take a look at the year in review. I had some great pictures all the time, great pictures uploaded for your favorite spots. Let's take a look at some of the things. So if I posted this before, I want to thank you guys for keeping me honest and keeping me motivated, because this challenge, even though I hike a lot, this challenge definitely made me think about hiking more and making sure that I get the appropriate miles. You can see November was a little bit off. December's not my normal, but we'll get back at it. The knee's feeling good, and definitely enjoyed keeping track of this for one thing, and then seeing everybody else's log sheets being uploaded, which was amazing. We'll talk about that in a second. All right, so this isn't a competition, it's a challenge, and there's some people that got 200 miles and that challenged them to get to that. Some people that did 300 miles and that was a challenge. Everybody's in a different spot. This isn't a challenge, but I did want to just kind of do a top 20 for both miles and points, just to give you an idea of what some people submitted, because you really can't tell in Eventsy, because it doesn't tally that up unless you actually saw some of the log sheets. So those are our top 10. So almost 1,400 miles by Debbie. That's a lot of miles, guys. There's 4 people over 1,000. Great job, Barb, Amy, Mary, Rob. Definitely, you guys did an amazing job. Really, really good job for the top 10. The top 100, everybody did a great job. So here's the other half of the top 20, just to kind of see where you stack up. There's a few people in there that I'm especially proud of, because they really pushed themselves and really did, went from not a lot of miles. If you saw a couple of the videos, went from maybe 50 miles a year to now 200 or 300 miles. And, a lot of people really push themselves. So comment PB if 2025 was your personal best for miles hiked. I'm curious, about that, to see how everybody did with that. Yeah, some pretty serious hikers, and, a lot of personal bests. Great to see. Great to see. Really good. Really good. Nice job, guys. That's great to see. So, having that little carrot of the hiking challenge kind of got you, to get your personal best. I love it. Thank you, everybody. PB for sure. Yeah, Scott from the news. Barb. Yep. Oh, that's good to see, Barb. That's you're up there on the top 10. And it was a personal best. Awesome, guys. Great job. Great job. Great job. All right. The challenge was a great motivator. Thanks, Mike, for that. All right. So now on the flip side, these are your points and your points leaders. So this is the combination of both doing the mileage challenges and bonus challenges. So you can see Jeff Klein was the top dog in the points. Took a little bit by Janine, 15 points. So pretty close. Look at the spread from, almost 1 through 7. Everybody's actually the whole top 10. Very, very close. So great job, guys. That's a lot of points. I think there was, there probably was more than that. I was going to say that there was 1,200 points available, but obviously there's more than that. I think with some of the other bonuses and things that happened, how many total points there was. I think 1,400. I'll have to double check that. So great job, guys. Here's the other half of the top 20. You can see a lot of points there, a lot of effort, a lot of both doing bonus challenges and submitting your miles. That's really well done, guys. Hopefully the bonus challenges got you to some interesting places, got you a little bit out of your comfort zone to do some new things, either hiking in the rain or in the dark or different things like that. So I would be curious if you comment, what was your favorite bonus challenge in 2025? I've heard wide range that some people like the waterfalls, some people liked hiking in the rain. Fire tower challenge, yep, that was a good one. I love fire towers, so that's a good one. Waterfall challenge, really good. Sunrise, yep, sunrise, sunset, always a great time to get out there. Hike at night, a couple people like to hike at night. Forced you to get a new trail. I know Tammy's in the Western New York Hiking Challenge. I'm having a hard time finding new trails, so you got to kind of get outside the area. Sunrise, which was combined with sand. Yeah, that's definitely a way to do a good combo. Yeah, elevation, because that was the real challenge, right? That's good to hear, Patricia. Learning about Relive, yeah, that's good. Some of these I didn't expect. Walk in a creek, hike in the rain, sunset, sunrise. Cool. That's great to hear. Thank you for the feedback. Keep commenting on them, and let me know what your favorite is. All right. So let's go over. We had the question about how many people. So I have some stats and figures, stats and facts that I put together. So total registrations was 560. I thought that was pretty good for the first time. Hopefully we get a little bit, I'm really trying to market it more, get some more reels out there. I'll be meeting with Leave No Trace to hopefully maybe bring some of their audience in to get more of the nationwide audience into the challenge. But for our first challenge, I was super happy with 560. Hopefully we can double that this year. We had 266 finishers, which you saw on that last finisher list. So congratulations, all finishers. You did an amazing job getting your points, getting your miles. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did seeing you guys complete all of these. We had 28 states and 3 provinces. And I do think the people in the provinces, at least 2 of them finished. So I did send some international patches out, so that was fun. Hopefully, again, I do have it set up so the hiking challenge can happen anywhere in the world. So invite your friends, tell them about it. It doesn't matter where they live, doesn't matter where you hike. I am able to take international transactions. There's an extra step. I have a link on the checkout page to go to a different checkout. But yeah, hopefully we can. I'd love to get all 50 states, and boy, it would be nice to get different countries and different provinces for this particular challenge. I added this up. I went through all of your submissions month to month, where you actually submitted how many miles you had on your log sheet, and collectively you guys hiked 82,000 miles. Which is pretty cool to see. That's a lot of miles. So you can do the math to divide out how many that is per person, or some people did more, some people did less, but it's a pretty impressive number, and that's pretty cool to see. And if you kind of want to see where you are in the yearly totals, we had about 121 people submit the yearly sheets. And actually, I just forgot about something that I was going to do tonight. Maybe I can, it's going to be hard for me to set it up. I'll do a reel tomorrow for it. So if you want to see where you kind of fell in there, so that's the kind of distribution you see of people that submitted their yearly sheets. Yeah, Boy Scout says that's 3.6 times around the world. So yeah, that's a lot of hiking. So that's the distribution. Some of you guys should just be super proud of yourselves. There was 31 of you that did 20 miles or more, and I saw one of the comments here from Susan. That 20-mile hike, that's a long way to hike. And that was kind of my plan, was to, with the bonus challenges, to work up to 20 miles and 2,000 feet of elevation in one hike. And 31 people submitted 20 miles and 59 people did 2,000 feet or more. So great job. That's a lot of miles. That's a lot of climbing. You should be proud of that. And another thing we should be proud of is, the hiking challenges. I do them all for charity, for nonprofits, and try to give away as much of the proceeds as possible to our nonprofits. And we raised money for Leave No Trace, and was able to raise $8,000. And they'll definitely appreciate that, and that'll go towards their education and classes for making us responsible hikers and stewards of the trails that we use. So the 2026 is also going to benefit Leave No Trace. They're a great organization to work with, and I strongly believe in their principles, and try to educate people on them. So congratulations, hikers, for raising $8,000. And Outside Chronicles, since we started in 2019, we've donated almost $470,000 to various nonprofits. And there's two reasons I do this, right? Number one, it's to hear all of these amazing stories. I received a note from an individual today that has a veterans hiking group, and just the stories that he was able to tell of how his group benefited from getting outside. He pushed them to do some Adirondack trips. Several people, both mentally and physically, felt better going outside. I mean, the science doesn't lie, and it helps veterans that gave their service to our country. And I'm proud to be able to offer this hiking challenge and have somebody like that individual organizing to help veterans. So the money goes to great causes, land conservancies and Finger Lakes Trail, places that conserve land, give us places to hike. But the flip side is just all of the stories, all of the amazing stories that I hear from everybody, and how hiking has changed your life. And it's changed my life, both through my personal hiking and through doing these hiking challenges. And hopefully you're feeling the benefits of getting outside and hiking, and pushing yourself. We have to do hard things every once in a while, and it keeps us young. So I'm going to conclude here. I'm happy. I'm going to stay on. We can have a discussion, ask me questions, talk about, offer suggestions for bonus hikes for 2026. But definitely sign up for the 2026 challenge. Remember, you've got that coupon code in your email. It expires on Sunday. We've already got, I think, about 260 people signed up. So thank you to everybody that's already signed up. And I'm excited to do another year. I will, you'll see some of the similar bonus challenges. I'll try to get creative with new ones. But one thing that I will do is, for the 2,000 feet and 20 miles, that's gonna happen sooner. So you'll have more time to do those hikes. I wish I would have planned it a little better for 2025. So you'll have the 20 miles and 2,000 feet will probably be unlocked in the July timeframe. So you have a little bit more time to actually get those in. That was one feedback that I gave to myself in this challenge. And like I said, I'm open to feedback, suggestions on bonuses. What could we do better in 2026? What did you like? What didn't you like? Just let me know. I appreciate you guys, so much. The community around the hiking challenge is amazing. I'm glad you're joining a second time. So that tells me that there was definitely some positive impact for this challenge. I didn't know how it was going to be received by the hikers. I kind of I saw a few other hiking challenges out there doing one or two things, and I thought I could make it fun by combining them. So yeah, any questions for me? Any suggestions on bonus hikes? I see, a bunch of people in the Google Meets. There's, a bunch of people watching on YouTube, which is pretty cool to see. Um, yeah, open to questions. Anything? All right. So us Floridians, yeah, elevations pretty flat there. Um, hmm. We'll have to work on that. That's definitely I have heard that the elevation is a tough one in Florida. So maybe we'll have you guys do burpees instead. How does that sound? Just curious if you can use cross country skiing. Um, yeah, I think that would be acceptable. That's a pretty good workout. You're outside, you're enjoying the outdoors, you're enjoying the trails. Yeah, definitely. We accept it in the winter hiking challenge. So yeah, Barb's excited to beat her numbers. That's the ticket, right? To set a goal for 2025 or 2026 and see if you can do that, right? Hike in the rain. So Patricia, I would love to do hike in the snow. And the reason I don't is some places in the country don't get snow. So it's kind of the same thing as our Florida folks. Um, Elevation's hard in Florida. Snow is really hard in some other places. So that's why I haven't done snow to this point. All right, so Katie, let's see. Bonus points for over a certain amount of miles in a month, perhaps. Oh, that's interesting. That's a good suggestion. There's some of the stuff I have to work with the app also, so it's easy for me to record it on the other side. So yeah, let me think about that. I like that. So a monthly bonus. That's a really good one. I like that. 2 hours to get any elevation over 1K. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Okay, rain or snow. Yep. Chris, Christmas bird count as a partner event for stewardship. Um, so that would be in the winter hiking challenge, and yes, that would be a partner event. Other questions, other suggestions? For those that registered, did you have any problem registering? I did switch to a new shopping cart system. Works a little bit differently, um, but you should have gotten the same kind of download link. Hopefully, it worked. I know I had some issues in the winter hiking challenge that I've kind of worked through. Yeah, so tell the best thing you guys can do is talk about this and tell your friends, tell your coworkers, tell your family, get people, because that's through word of mouth is the best way to get people outside and draw people into this. I'll do my part and keep posting on social media and through hopefully through some newsletters with Leave No Trace, we'll get the word out a little bit more this year. But your help is greatly needed to get it. Let's go worldwide. So Linda says registration was easy. That's good. Mm, preview of bonus hikes, but that's some of the fun, Marion. You don't know what's coming up. Some of the mystery behind the Ultimate Hiking Challenge. So one of the other things, and you guys voted on it, I was going to do a slide and actually kind of forgot to do it. So there's two things I forgot about. Number one is I asked the question of, do you want it in groups or a single group for the bonuses? I can see, um, benefits either way. And it was about a 60-40 split that people wanted it to be in multiple groups per month for the bonus challenges. So I'll keep that format for 2026. The other thing that I forgot, and I really wanted to do it tonight, but I'll do a reel about it, is those people, those 121 people that submitted their yearly log sheets are going to get submitted into a drawing that is going to win a set of Lecky poles along with a bunch of other swag from Lecky. They've been a great partner for this hiking challenge, and they have kind of a grand prize that they're going to give out. So I will do that drawing tomorrow with a reel, and I'll also do a December normal, if you submitted your log sheet for December, t-shirt giveaway. So I forgot, I was going to do the drawing live tonight, and I actually somehow slipped my mind as I was preparing the slides. So I apologize for that. So look for a reel from me. I will send out an email to the hiking challenge group, the Ultimate Hiking Challenge group, with the results of that. So somebody's going to win a grand prize, somebody's going to win a t-shirt. So look for that. All right. The anticipation, I think that's why a lot of people voted to do a virtual check-in every month, because they want to have that. They want to be the first to know the new bonus challenges. So we're going to keep them secret. You can anticipate, though, Marion, you will have elevation and mileage challenges that start at 5 and go to 20. I think I started at 500 feet of elevation and went to 2,000. So those are definitely going to be on there. The other ones, you're just going to have to wait and see. All right. So I think that's it. Any other questions, other comments, suggestions for this upcoming season? It's all digital, so I can adjust as we go. All right. So thank you, everybody, from the bottom of my heart, for taking a chance of doing this first challenge, especially some of you guys that didn't know me from Western New York. We had, like I said, we had a lot of different states that signed up, and some, they've already re-signed up. We have a pretty good pool of outside of New York State. So that's great to see. So thank you for taking a chance on me doing this challenge, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you for all of your contributions and being part of it. We raised a lot of money for Leave No Trace, and we're going to do the same this year. And hopefully you got outside a little bit more, pushed yourself, had that little carrot. The peer pressure got you outside a little bit more. There's a lot to be said about the community and just having that goal in mind. And a lot of you guys crushed it. We had 266 finishers. That's almost half the pool, more than half the pool. So that's an amazing accomplishment. You should be proud of that. I'm proud of you. And hopefully you can just set that goal, just even if it's just 1% more for 2026, just a little bit better. And think about it, do 1% more per month, and what's that going to be at the end of 12 months, right? So amazing job. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you guys, and good luck in 2026. Join the Ultimate Hiking Challenge, and I'll hopefully see you guys outside. Have a great night and Happy New Year.